The biggest sporting event on Earth hasn't even started yet, and somehow it's already losing control of the conversation. For years, the 2026 World Cup was supposed to be football's crowning moment in North America. A bigger tournament, more teams, more countries, more fans. Instead, just weeks before kickoff, social media is flooded with complaints, controversies, and one question that keeps showing up everywhere. What happened to the World Cup? Ticket prices, travel concerns, fan frustration. Every day, another post goes viral. Every day, another debate explodes. And the strangest part? Not everyone is even arguing about the same reality. Some stories spreading online are backed by real experiences. Others have been challenged, corrected, or completely debunked. But on social media, facts don't always determine the winner. Attention does. Right now, there are two World Cups being created at the same time. One is being built inside stadiums. The other is being built on people's phones. And before a single ball has been kicked, millions of fans have already chosen which version they believe. So how did football's biggest celebration become one of the internet's biggest arguments? Let's break it down. To understand what's happening, you need to understand one thing. Social media doesn't care about balance. It cares about emotion. And nothing spreads faster than frustration, especially when money is involved. One of the biggest flashpoints has been ticket prices. Across social media, fans have shared screenshots, videos, and personal stories about trying to get tickets for World Cup matches. Some complained about the cost. Others complained about availability. Many simply felt locked out of an event they had dreamed about attending for years. Now imagine you're an American sports fan. Imagine the Super Bowl is coming to your city, but every time you check for tickets, the prices seem to climb higher. The best seats disappear instantly, and online, people keep posting screenshots showing prices that seem almost impossible to believe. Even when some of those examples turn out to be unusual cases, the feeling remains. The event suddenly feels out of reach, and feelings spread online much faster than facts. That's where social media changed the conversation. Instead of talking about tactics, star players, and predictions, people started talking about access. Who gets to attend? Who gets left behind? And who benefits when prices keep rising? For FIFA, that's a difficult narrative to control, because every frustrated fan now has a camera. Every frustrated fan has an account. And every frustrated fan has the ability to reach thousands, sometimes millions of people. One post becomes 10. 10 become 100. And before long, the story isn't happening on television. It's happening on everyone's phone. Then came another layer of criticism. Not about football, about identity. Many longtime supporters started asking a different question. Is this still football? Or is it becoming entertainment first and sports second? For American viewers, that question might sound strange, because sports and entertainment have always gone hand in hand here. The Super Bowl isn't just a game. It's a concert. It's celebrities. It's commercials. It's an entire cultural event. But football has traditionally been different. The match itself has always been the main attraction. So whenever fans see new entertainment elements being added to the World Cup experience, reactions become divided. Some people welcome it. Others see it as a warning sign. And that disagreement has become one of the tournament's biggest online battles. What's fascinating is that social media rarely rewards nuance. The loudest opinions usually get the most attention, not necessarily the most accurate ones. And that's where things become complicated, because not every viral claim about the World Cup has held up under scrutiny. Some stories that exploded online were later challenged, others were corrected, and some simply lacked enough evidence to support the claims being made. But by the time a correction arrives, millions of people have already seen the original story. That's the internet. The emotional version travels first. The factual version tries to catch up later. And once an idea takes hold, it's incredibly difficult to reverse. This creates a strange environment. Real concerns get mixed together with exaggerated ones. Legitimate criticism gets bundled together with misinformation. And suddenly, everyone is arguing about completely different versions of the same story. For FIFA, that's both a challenge and an opportunity. When an exaggerated claim gets debunked, supporters can point to it and say the criticism isn't trustworthy. But when legitimate complaints appear, those don't disappear so easily. That's why this conversation keeps growing. Not because every claim is true, but because enough people believe there are real problems underneath the noise. And right now, that feeling is simple. Many fans feel disconnected from a tournament that is supposed to belong to them. What's remarkable is that we've seen this before, not necessarily with the exact same issues, but with major sporting events in general. Before the tournament begins, controversy dominates the headlines. Arguments dominate social media. Everyone debates everything. Then the games start, and suddenly the conversation changes because sports have a unique superpower. They create moments, real moments, moments that no marketing campaign can manufacture, moments that no PR team can predict. A last-minute winner, a shocking upset, an underdog making history. That's what people remember. Think about March Madness. Nobody remembers every argument that happened before the tournament started. People remember the Cinderella stories. Think about the Olympics. People remember the athletes, not the press conferences. And World Cups are no different. Some of the most controversial tournaments in history ended up producing some of the greatest moments football has ever seen. That's why predicting the future of this conversation is so difficult. Because right now, social media is writing one story. But football hasn't started writing its story yet. And when football starts speaking, the world tends to listen. Right now, two versions of World Cup 2026 exist at the same time. One is being written by social media. The other hasn't happened yet. It's waiting for the first goal, the first upset, the first unforgettable moment. And if history has taught us anything, it's that football has a habit of completely changing the conversation when the games begin. So now that you know why social media is turning against FIFA ahead of World Cup 2026, you're ready for the next level. Click the video on your screen right now to find out how the new 48-team World Cup format actually works.